Alright, it's happening. We are taking the head from the Mark III to the machine shop. I'm going to have him re-hone it, not re-hone it, resurface it. He's going to tell me if the valve seals need to be done, because it's, it's COVID, he's the only one there, so he doesn't know, if he doesn't have to do, if they don't need to be done, he'd rather not do them. So, I might have made it a little hard to tell though, because I did my degreasing without realizing that's how you check, so I'm going to be fucked. So we will see, but we're going to hit the road. Alright. Head's loaded up in the Audi. Let's hit the road.
Driving back to the machine shop with my cams for my Mark III. Is that a Supra? Ah!
Okay, so some bad news. I just dropped it off at the machine shop, and well, when I took the head out, I dropped the shims everywhere, so that's my bad. But the whole head has to be redone now because they have to be tightly toleranced because it's a solid lifter. So, but on the bright side, I am going to get the seals done. He's going to do the cam adjustment, stuff like that. So that'll all be done as well, which is good. So the head will be basically completely refreshed, which is good, but it sucks because it's going to take a little long. It's going to take longer, not even a little longer. It's going to take longer, and it's going to be more expensive, which is going to completely suck because I didn't want to spend a shit ton of money, but not much I can do about it. I have to do it or risk causing further damage because the cams and the shims are very tightly toleranced, like 2/1000th of an inch or something like that. So, I mean, I could probably do it myself, but I'd rather somebody who knows what the hell they're doing do it, because then I don't have to worry about it being done incorrectly, because I would probably do it incorrectly. So, I'll keep you guys posted on a timeline for that, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. He's gonna give me a call here next day or two, let me know what he thinks price-wise and how long it's gonna take, but we'll just have to wait and see. Welcome everybody back to the channel. Now, I know this video is probably going to start with footage from me dropping the heads and stuff off of the head and cams off at the machine shop yesterday. But today we're starting something exciting. So while the head is at the machine shop, I'm going to wait no longer to start the next part of this project. Coilovers. So Here I have Tein Z-Flex coils. These are going to replace the stock suspension. Sadly, we're going to have to get rid of the factory adaptive suspension, but it doesn't work anyway. But these have adjustive dampening, and they will allow us to control our ride height as well. So I'm very excited, so let's get right into it. Now, to install these coilovers, first get the wheel off, and then start removing the strut. So I'm going to hop into a time lapse, and I'll come back once I have the wheel off and have started disconnecting stuff. We've got the wheel off. I tried to take the sway bar off and the bolt just started spinning, so that is not good, but I'll figure it out. It's got an Allen key over here in the end, if you can see that, so I should be able to use that to break it loose. But then I'm going to move up to the top and start undoing the top hat. Okay, so I have the top hat off, and this is kind of interesting. This is what the factory adjustable suspension module looks like. You see it's just like a little nub that sticks down into the top of the top hat right here. And I know my struts have adjustable dampening. Now I haven't really looked at how this part works, but let's take this little cap off and take a look. Oh, I don't know, that might work. So we'll see though. I'm gonna do some research to see if that's possible before I try and keep it. I might just delete it because I mean it's adjustable dampening, so either way, figure something out. Alright, so it is probably an hour later. I finally got the bottom strut bolt off. I ended up just cutting the sway bar end link because they're shot, so when I went to unscrew it, it just spun in the thing, so they need to be replaced anyway. But so I ended up just cutting that bolt off, but I came up with the most janky redneck solution to get this bolt off. So essentially it would just spin, because obviously the bolt is over here where this breaker bar is attached, and then the nut's there, and then the bolt's over here, and it would just spin. And then when I tried to hold both the ratchets on by myself, it kept popping off. So I strung it up so it would just stay still. I have a spring compressor here to hold it in place to give it something firm to back against as I try and loosen it, and then I have it C-clamped to the bolt, and now it's broken loose, so we can finally get the strut out and move on to putting in the coilover. Alright, so it's been probably another hour. I got it though. So upper control arm is out and strut is out and on the floor, but look at this fucking bolt that holds in the upper control arm. I mean, I'm fairly tall and it is literally longer than my forearm, so that's kind of crazy, but it's out. I'm kind of running out of time. I gotta be at work. I said that like I have a fucking watch on.
Patrick, how long have we been sitting here?
I gotta draw a new battery for this.
I have to work in about an hour or so. So I'm probably gonna get this one in, maybe start on the rear. I just want the car to still be able to roll, so I can, because it's not quite able to fit in the garage right now, if you can see that. So we'll see though, but I'm at least going to get one in and done. Well, today took a long time, but it was a big learning experience. Well, I'm going to know what I need to do, what I don't need to take off for the other side, so it'll save me some time there. But I was figuring out what the hell was going on today, so it took me forever, but back to work. Alright, so everything is still somewhat disassembled, but I have the strut in there, top and bottom. The bolts aren't in yet because there's a little plate that's sat right there, stock, but it's a little grungy, so I was going to hit it with the flap disc real quick and then do a nice little coat of gloss black real quick, just so it doesn't look like complete garbage. But there it is. I didn't do any adjusting. I couldn't get them loose, the collars loose on the coilover, so I'm just going to wait till they're like bolted in the car and they can't move, and then I will do all of that. So time to paint. Alright, I have one coilover in. See it right there. And if you look, turn the light on. Yeah, right there. It's not that low. It's what the fitment out of the box. It's the height setting. I didn't adjust at all. But I have to go to work, so we will pick this up tomorrow. So it'll be 12 hours for me, but it'll be just a second for you guys. Oh, it's the next day. We're back at it again. Hopefully gonna get the rest of the coilovers done today. I don't know, the way yesterday went, probably not, but I'm gonna try my hardest. But for now, gotta get the car up on jack stands and get the wheel off. I'm gonna start with the rear just because yesterday was a lot of troubleshooting trying to get the front done because I haven't done it before. Today we're gonna take a stab at the rear, and then if that goes well and gets done, I'm gonna roll the car backwards and try and shuffle it towards me a little bit to give me some more room on that side to do the passenger side coilovers. But for now, let's just jump right into it. Alright, now that the wheel is off, I can get a pretty good look at how this is all put together. It looks like I might not have to drop the upper control arm to get the rear out. I'm going to have to unbolt it at the top up there, and then take out the strut bolt right here. But there's a lot of room, so I might be able to like move the strut over and back, get the top down, and then pull it the rest of the way out. So we will have to see, but let's jump right into it. Alrighty, back with another update. I didn't film anything because it's really hard to film in here, but I had to take off the entire interior panel, and then I was able to get to the Tein system, which is right here, which sits on top of the strut. It's for the adaptive suspension these cars came with factory. Mine doesn't work, which is part of why I'm doing coilovers, and the, struts are blown. But got that off, then was able to get the 3 bolts off, so the strut, the top is loose, and then I just have to undo the bottom, and it'll be ready to come out. I'm going to do my best to film taking out the bottom, but as I said, there was just no room to film the top, so. Alright, second coilover's on. That took much less time. It was super simple actually, so we're sitting probably an inch lower, I would guess. I haven't adjusted the heights at all yet. I'm going to wait till I do wheels and tires and then I'll worry about that. For now it's merely a matter of making the car safe to drive because the suspension is completely fucked, so. Alright, on to the other side. Alright, so to get to the other coilovers, I need to move the car, so we're gonna have to move it back out, bring it back in at an angle, get it closer to this side so that I have more room over here to work, and we're gonna move the toolbox as well. But to do that first, I have to move the Audi. Alrighty, folks, it is update time. So, I have the rear passenger coilover in. It's all tightened down. Just need to put the wheel back on. And then we're going to move on to the fourth and final coilover, the front passenger. But while I am at it, I don't know how well you'll be able to see this. Not really at all, but there's a speedometer cable right there-ish that is currently loose and is why the speedometer does not work in the car. So while I have it up, I'm going to fix it. I have all the parts for it, so literally just needs to be tightened, and then the car will have new suspension and the speedo will work, so that's exciting. But let's get back to it. Both of the coilovers, as you can see by the top hat, are installed on the driver's side. And I even went ahead and hopped underneath and fixed the speedometer cable, which is down there, like I was telling you guys. But I didn't think that was anything worth filming. It took me like 2 minutes, so I didn't want to throw the camera on. I just want to say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I tried to do a lot of different angles and some cinematography elements, as well as do more of a vlog style, because I took it to was taking it to the machine shop. Either way, it's a little different. I'm still getting the hold of all this, but I'm trying to get it down. So if you've got any suggestions, please let me know. I look forward to hearing your feedback, and we'll see what we get up to next. This was a big step. Probably gonna be assembling the engine next, would be my guess. Maybe some other little stuff before then. Well, with that all being said, I appreciate everybody who's been supporting the channel. I know it's not a lot, there aren't a lot of you, but it means a lot to the people who do support. So, if you don't mind leaving a like, subscribing, helps out, gives me some motivation. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed watching me put the coilovers on. If there's any other specific mods you want to see, I'm thinking about doing slant eye LEDs instead of pop-ups, but I don't know, because pop-ups are awesome, so let me know what you guys think. I want to get it painted, but got to get the engine up and running first before I can do anything else. So let me know what you think, and see you guys in the next episode. See ya.